All right, so for the first time, trying to do it without headphones. Not that that matters. Life is what you make it. As simple as it sounds, life is what you make it. Make it like I'm waiting for something. I'm gonna keep waiting for it. If you know, I'm scared to post or I'm scared to, commit to writing or to creating. I can think that I'm a writer, but deep down, I believe that, yeah, I don't really want to post or like I don't really write. So how am I a writer? You know what I mean? Life is what you make it. If I am thinking negatively, I'm gonna focus on the negative and see the negative, and the world doesn't owe it to me to, convince me that it's positive. So I just have to think positively, or you know, see the beauty in life and see as if I already have it, as if I already am. So I am a writer. What does a writer do? A writer writes. Writer loves to write. So I just write. I enjoy writing, and that in and out of itself is great. And who am I? I am this person, but when I post on Instagram, I tend to be, tend to pretend to be somebody else. Not tend, but I do pretend to be somebody else. It's like I'm putting up a persona. And it's weird to post authentically or to be the authentic self to the public, like posting on YouTube as well. So I just changed that up. And now I'm thinking, like, okay, I just offer my truth. I share my experience. I just share authentically who I am, not because I lack something or I seek approval, but just because I wish to share. I wish to share, and that's what I do. And I do it out of love. And then, you know, life is good. If I look at life nicely and happily, I'm going to notice the positive things. So it's literally about waking up every day in the morning. And when you notice your brain being like, oh, fuck, I got to wake up, you're just like, hey, actually, I get to wake up. Oh my God, another day. How beautiful. And you just go through the day automatically. It might take some time, but sooner rather than later, you're going to realize that, oh my God, holy shit, I'm a positive person now. I've switched and I've looked at things the positive way. It can really be done. It can really be done. I think that, yeah, I might be a hater. I look at things and I complain a bunch of time, actually. And that's just my brain interpreting things the wrong way. It's what it is. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Is there anything else that I wish to speak about? Well, one thing is the habits. I kept getting recommended to read Atomic Habits, and I just was like, yeah, I know what he's gonna say there. Like, I know the science behind it, and yeah, after many times of hearing it, I decided, you know what, fuck it. Let me get it. And actually, a friend of mine, a very fucking kind and dear, the kindest friend, offered like some books that he had for free to share if some of us wanted. And one of the books was this. And I was like, hey, man, do you still have the book? And I got it and I read it and I started implementing it before I even started reading it. So that was a pretty cool thing that by the time I finished the book, I've already had like almost a month of habits going on. So I read the book also daily a bit and stuff like that. And it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. What I'm trying to say is my sister was right. And also my girlfriend for recommending me this book a bunch of times. And reading it myself, yeah, it does change the perspective. It's quite a better way to consume it. And you gotta also do. That's the thing as well. And he has a fucking app as well, the guy James Clear. It's a great app. It's very nice. And yeah, so what I picked up from that book is consistency is very important. Showing up on the days, especially when you don't want to show up, is very important. Not just on the days that you feel motivated. I really work like extreme. I like to get motivated and then sit and do stuff. But actually, it's way more productive to do it every day, at least one sentence, at least to sit and write one sentence, to, open the creative laptop, to just do a warm up, meditate for 2 minutes, and read one page. Like these things that seem so easy that you can do them. I got like 10 minutes of time to do them then. And if you can manage to do them, that's great, because all of a sudden the day doesn't really feel like a day if you're not doing these things. So that's the point. And the one page turns into more pages. And opening the creative laptop gets you to post and gets you to create more videos. And that's the thing, I know what I like doing, but it takes me activation energy to get started on the thing. So I'd never do it. It's easier for me to play games or to just, do whatever than to set up a camera or to fucking, even write. To sit at the desk and write. I can sit on the couch. I can go outside and write, So it's all these excuses, but it's the brain having to make this decision. So by creating a habit, you don't have to make the decision. You kind of do it automatically. Or that activation energy, like if you sit down to be like, I got to write one sentence, you don't need activate. Even like if you don't fucking want to write anything, you're like, I can write one sentence. So you do that, but then it pulls you in and suddenly you're in the flow state writing and you don't want to stop. Cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I recommend to read the book as well and to actually implement it. It's pretty cool. I was in Sri Lanka with my girlfriend, with Sonia. It was very nice, very pretty, very beautiful. We did some surfing. That was pretty cool as well. She improved so quickly with surfing. She's such a natural talent. She doesn't even know it. I think she knows it now already. But for me, I was struggling, man. Like, I've been surfing now for over 5 years, that's for sure. And I'm kind of stuck at this beginner intermediate level. Like, sometimes I'm intermediate, sometimes I'm not. It's difficult. So I was I took an instructor, so taking lessons, and I was surfing where the experienced locals are surfing. And it was difficult, man. You're like right there in front of you is a huge rock, man. Like the bottom is sandy, but right where the camera is where there was a bunch of stones, like rocks, and I gotta swim towards them. Paddle towards them to catch the wave that breaks towards the right. And I was terrified, and he was like, "Come on, man, you just gotta paddle. Don't worry, you're not gonna hit the rocks. Rocks are my girlfriend. I hug the rocks. I love the rocks. You gotta love the rocks." That's what the instructor was saying, and he kept calling for bigger waves. Yeah, man, I kissed that rock a few times. I caught some very nice waves as well. The last day, uh, like we're there and the waves got bigger, and I catch a wave and I go to the right, and something from up, just like white water from up, smashes on top of me and puts me to the water. And I go out and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I didn't understand it. And the instructor's like, if you want to catch a barrel, you gotta crouch down, you gotta go lower. And I was like, wait, what are you talking about, a barrel? Like, was that a barrel? He was like, yeah, that was a barrel. You're too high up, you gotta go down. You gotta grab the board, push it into the wave. I'm like, you're telling me that was a barrel? Like, I'm not experienced enough. Nobody told me we're doing barrels today. Like, I was just asking for normal waves. How the fuck do I do a barrel? He was like, yeah, that was a barrel, man. So the next wave, the last one of my season there, the wave is coming. I paddle. He even pushes me. He's like, stand up, 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 up. I stand up, but I stood up so tall because I was thinking about so many things. I stood up so tall and went to the right, and the fucking wave just crashed over me, sent me flying down. spinning me around like in a washing machine, put the rash guard over my fucking face. So the rash guard is now choking me, bro. So I take it off with one hand, get up, try to pull the leash, the board, and the board's not there. It got taken away by the wave. I turn around, another wave's coming. I dive down. I went out, swam out, and that was the ocean telling me very nicely, hey, it's time for you to leave. This is not your level. And the guy was like, the instructor was like, oh, you almost caught the barrel. Why didn't you crouch? I was like, bro, I got overwhelmed. He's like, if you had crouched, you were perfectly positioned. All you had to do was get lower. It would have, it was the perfect wave. It would have barreled over you. And I was like, fuck, dude. He's like, come on, are we going back? I'm like, no, we're not. Ocean was very clear, but this was a fun wipeout. So yeah, I didn't get hurt at all, thank God. But it was a nice experience. And yeah, we saw a bunch of animals and birds. It was very nice. It was a very lovely experience. I recommend it. And yeah, doing what you love requires some effort. So put the effort in. And the easy way to put the effort is through habits, good habits, because they really do lead to better habits. And the mindset and the identity, if you think you're a smoker and you tell yourself, well, I'm not a smoker anymore, and every time a smoker thought comes in, you're like, well, that's not who I am anymore. I just don't smoke. It will be way easier to get over things. Great book. I highly recommend it. Does work. And yeah, life is what you make it. So make it how you want. Literally, think about what you want. Think about anything is possible. And literally those things where you don't believe in, you're like, yeah, anything is possible, but except this. But it's actually very possible, but you for some reason believe it's not. Like, it's possible for me to make these videos and to write and to make a living from it. It is possible. It's not that far-fetched. But the key is that I stay authentic to myself, that I keep creating what I love and what I want to create, not to put on a persona of what I think that will get me money, what I think will get me there. No, to be like, this is what I love doing. I will do what I love, and I will believe that this, what I love, can bring me the life that I want. And truly believe it, truly, live like it, and it will happen. All right. I don't know how long that was, but it was a nice one. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. Have a great day.